Progress Wrestling, Chapter 48, mid-2017 here, and the last stop before the Super Strong Styles 16 tournament. My goodness, this show right here gives you a great snapshot of some of the best, some of the worst of British wrestling at this time. We got great talents like Pete Dunne. We got Tyler Bates' juicy thighs. We got Jenny. We got CCK. But also, we got Spud. Rockstar Spud. What do you like, Spud? I heard that. I heard you scoff at that. You like Spud? Well, let's talk about it. Let me butter you up, bake you, put some sour cream on you, maybe little bacon bits, and lick it all off of you, and then eat you, and then because you're a baked potato. Hey! It's the Apron Bump Podcast.
The hardest, talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock this. Let's get it started.
What's up, everybody? Howdy. Welcome to the Apron Bump Podcast. I am your host, the hardest part of the ring, Kyle. How in the gosh darn heck is everybody doing today? Welcome. Well, why am I welcoming you again? You're already here. Fuck you. That was mean. That was a gross overcompensation. That was unnecessary. Glad to have you here. We're here to talk a little European British wrestling as opposed to Australian British, I guess. I don't know. Progress Wrestling Chapter 48. What a doozy we got in our hands today. If there's a theme for this episode, because as you know, I'm notorious for being thematic. If there's a theme for this chapter, I would say it's missed opportunities. Missed opportunities. You get that a lot if you watch like this period of really just independent wrestling anywhere in the world, because there's a lot of overlap, honestly. The boom of indie wrestling in this period, I mean, you could see why when you watch it. Like, there's a ton of great wrestling on this show that we're going to talk about. A lot of great talents. A lot of the guys that are on top of the mountain today were being cultivated and seeded, being watered here in 2017. And you might watch it here. You know, you were sitting here in 2017. He's like, man, Tyler Bate, sky's the limit for this guy. This guy will be main eventing WrestleMania in a matter of a couple years. Pete Dunne, you kidding me? He's on top of the world. He's got 87 world championships all over Europe. He's Progress champion. People love him. People love to hate him. Fun wrestler. Psh, how could they mess this up? Matt Riddle. This guy's ripped. He's taken pro wrestling like duck to water. Former UFC guy. He beautifully incorporates that into his style. My goodness, surely he's not going to fuck that up for himself. It's just all over the place. Like, Jenny is another one who was great. I mean, this arguably might be her peak in her career. I don't know, you'd have to ask her. I'm not here to speak for her. But she was just she had so much momentum here. We're about to crown the first ever women's champion in Progress. The next chapter, we'll be covering a 3-night chapter. Chapter 49, which is the Super Strong Style 16 tournament from 2017, which I'm very excited to get into all of those guts. Then we got Chapter 50 after that, which, I mean, I have no idea what occurs on Chapter 50, but you'd have to imagine it'd be it's a big milestone chapter, right? Got to be something big there, maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong. My point is, it's a fun time in wrestling. It's a fun time to talk about it. But it also makes me a little, pardon my French, it makes me a little teed off. You know what I'm saying? It teased me off watching this because there was so much potential for so many people on this card. And pretty much nobody lived up to it, at least not yet. So that being said, we have a fun time talking about it. Regardless, who's we, hardest part of the ring? Let me tell you. Myself and High Five Tom, Milwaukee Tom, from the ROH Revelry podcast, from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Network, returns to the show. Always a good old time hanging out with my boy Thomas. He's been on the show before. We talked a little ROH with him and the ROH Revelry boys. I've been on their show. We did a little watch along of Bryan Danielson and Paul London from 2003, I believe. So go check that out. If nothing else, the ROH Revelry podcast, as the name suggests, they talk all things ROH. They get into some of the old stuff like I do on this podcast, like we'll be doing next week. But they get into a bunch of different eras that I have not yet gotten to, like the 2010s period, which has a lot of gems, kind of later 2000, but they're all over the board. They do all sorts of watch-alongs and recaps, and they just have a good old time over there. Also on the Shining Wizards Network, he does a show called Going Underground, where they get into the Lucha Underground history, which is a gem that I'd love to incorporate into this podcast at some point. But for now, go check out Tom and go check out the entirety of the Shining Wizards Network. They got tons of content over there. Obviously, the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, which you can catch every Monday. But a bunch of stuff. Go check it out. ROH Revelry and Going Underground specifically, if you like my boy Tom, which who wouldn't? Who wouldn't love that beautiful mug? All of his info will be in the description, as will mine at Apron Bump. All across the board, all the social medias. Check out the YouTube. Been posting a lot of YouTube exclusive stuff up there recently. So go check that out. Subscribe, rate, review, poke me on both nipples. A little harder on the left one though. That's the stubborn one. So with that, I think we should just get into the show, shall we? Progress Wrestling, Chapter 48, with myself and Tom from ROH Revelry and Going Underground.
So that's when we all met up for GCW. Everyone said I looked like Mick Foley because I was rocking my big ass beard. So
yeah, that's a Mick Foley shirt too. That's like a casual Mick Foley shirt.
Yeah,
that's like his fancy casual dinner. Like he's out on a weekend with the missus. That's what he puts on. A nice good Hawaiian shirt. I like it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Mick Foley's wife?
I have not. No.
I haven't either, actually.
She a dime piece? Does he have? I'm assuming he has a wife because he has kids. But
kids, so
let's see.
I don't know. Have you ever read "Have a Nice Day"?
You know what? I started reading it and then I stopped for no particular reason. I just never picked it back. I need to give it another try.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've heard his books are like whenever like wrestling books are referenced, his are like at the top of the lists. Yeah. She's not too bad. I mean, it's kind of appropriately, I think, within his wheelhouse, I guess, or his wife. But
well, just for the daughter that popped out, I was like, oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know how that happened. Gee willikers.
So, I wonder if she looks like the mailman. I bet.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Well, I mean that's really let's see here. His daughter Noelle is Christmas. People in England celebrate Christmas. Speaking of England,
they
Progress
do.
Wrestling, buddy. Progress. Do they actually? I don't even know. Are they like Hanukkah people? I think they're all Jews over there. I'm not gonna fact check that.
It's probably a mixed bag. I'm sure. I'm sure they're probably all over the place. So.
Right. Do they allow Jews in Europe? No. Europe is that's where they are. England.
Yeah.
Yeah. No Jews here though. But yeah, man, Progress Chapter 48 off to a rousing start. Appreciate you coming on, man. Talking some Progress Wrestling.
Real quick to break down the fourth wall, I do appreciate your accommodation. I mean, we've been trying to do this for about 2 weeks now.
Oh yeah, no worries. No, yeah, we shifted it back for you, then for me. It's a whole thing. It happens.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So it's just everything's got to go to shit just before you go on vacation. So.
Right. Because you were telling me you were downloading too much porn on LimeWire, and it just gooned up your computer. And
yeah, I mean, doesn't that why everyone's computer bogs down?
Yeah, usually you gotta save up space, a couple terabytes. You gotta move it to another hard drive. It's the whole thing. We all know this, right? We all go through it. So
yeah. So I appreciate you accommodating my porn addiction.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here to help. We could get spreading the good word, spreading the addiction, spreading the awareness of not spreading the addiction. Let's not spread that. Let's spread awareness.
Well, and speaking of spreading the word, I do want to say publicly here, we always appreciate your weekly shout outs. So if this is your first time listening to Kyle's show, Kyle is definitely one of the better humans in this podcast.
Oh, come on. Stop it, you.
And that's
kiss you.
Well, with that world, it's not really saying much because some of the humans in space, but It's the nicest thing I could think to come out, to say, come on the show.
Likewise, man. No, I've had the pleasure of coming on your guys' show. It's been a while. I think we watched Paul London, Brian Danielson. That was a hoot. We'll have to do that again sometime. But
Paul London.
Kind of some parallels with Ring of Honor, I would say, from this show, from Progress. Have you ever watched a Progress show before this one?
I've watched a couple of Super Strong 16s.
Okay.
So,
have you seen 2017?
No,
I have not either. That's what I'll be watching here soon. But
yeah, and just a little history with me is I got back into wrestling about 2016. And then one of my big things was actually Stone Cold's podcast, and he was just climbing all over the UK tournament, which I wasn't even going to watch, but I did that UK tournament. I was like, my mind was just blown. I was like, I had not seen anything like that before. I was like, oh, this is what wrestling could be.
No, I was the same way, man. That was, when I watched it, I didn't know who Tyler Bate was, who Pete Dunne was, who Trent Seven was. I just watched it because whatever, it's on the network. I'll give it a gander, and it ended up just like opening this whole world to me. And it's kind of why I'm here now, is because that whole style and that whole boom in the late 2010s. We're in the thick of it here with this show. So as British strong styles all over the place. So
yeah, this is pretty much their peak, I'd imagine, at this point. So before everything got raped and pillaged through there, and life happened. So
yeah, we're in between the two tournaments they did. WWE did. So yeah, I would say, I'm not too familiar with what happens after this, but I would venture a guess that it's around the peak here for sure. We're like right before Walter becomes the guy there. But we've already seen like Will Ospreay come and go, Marty Scurll, guys like that. They may or may not come back, but they're like pretty much done full time from what I understand. So, but we got a pretty good crop of guys on this show.
Not
Chapter
bad.
48. So,
guys and girls.
Yeah, no, it's a pretty good representation of what Progress is at this point. First impressions. Other than the tournaments, it's your first show. What were your first impressions, and when you turned this on and started watching it?
This is pretty much exactly what I expected in a good way.
Yeah.
It was just it's just a kind of a reminder of why we enjoy this kind of wrestling.
Yeah.
And I know that you've had previous guests who do not like the crowd interactions. I am kind of, not to throw any shade or anything, but they know who they are.
Yeah.
I enjoy that because the crowd's fucking into. Like I said, we've both been to our fair share of shows, and be screaming that loud for that long is rather impressive.
Yeah, no, it's better than them making no noise.
Yeah,
that's for sure. It can get to a point where they can start to hijack it, which actually carries us into that first match. I have some thoughts on that, but ultimately, though, it was a great environment. The crowd was hot throughout the show. Some good matches building up to that super strong style 16 tournament, that 3-day tournament that is the following month. It's like in a few weeks from this show.
Yeah.
So it's very much, it feels like a go home show in a lot of ways, but we got a big title match in the main event. We got number one contenders and stuff like that. So
we got some international superstars showing up.
Yeah, some big time
in their prime. So I don't remember. This isn't the first time they've run that building, though, is it?
No, this is like their home base, the Electric Ballroom. Or no, this is it's not London. It's Manchester, I think this was. I believe this. Yeah, so they've ran this a few times. Their home base is London and the Canton Ballroom, but yeah, they kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, and Jim Smallman's an interesting, MC / announcer, but
yeah, what'd you think of the? Because his show's always open with him. He's the part owner. He's the announcer. He used to be the commentator. He's not that anymore. He's also a comedian, a stand-up comedian. I don't know if that translated to you.
Yeah, 100%. So it was definitely, it was starting to wear thin a little bit, but I did really like his announcing in between matches.
Yes.
So a lot of it's about him. You could definitely tell, there's reasons your owner's not supposed to be on TV.
Right.
But it was fun. He's definitely different. Funny. He's definitely he's very quick-witted, so I really enjoyed his interaction with those guys with the bachelor party all dressed up as randomly IRS and Hulk Hogan.
It took me forever to realize what was happening because it's, first of all, they're British. Second of all, it's an indie show, so the audio and picking up promos and stuff isn't always the easiest thing. It's like, oh, blimey, oi, shit, suck me ass, bro, oi. And then it's you gather eventually that it's I guess they call it a stag party over there, bachelor party, and the guys dress. I was like looking at the dates. It's like, is this October? No, it's not October. It's like the middle of the summer. So that was interesting.
The guys were dressed up as the British Bulldogs. I thought was pretty funny. So,
which you wouldn't have gathered had there not been a stuffed bulldog there. But it is what it is. You got to go full shirts off, baby oil. You know about that, right?
I do.
You're notorious for that.
Yeah, I mean, can't you tell?
Yeah, you're built for baby oil. Is what they say about you. It's what the streets are saying.
You know, so I mean, Puff Daddy ain't got shit on me. So,
nuh-uh. You talking about Puff Daddy or Big Bad Booty Daddy?
Well, I mean, I'm going Puff Daddy with a baby oil. So
no, yeah, you're right. Sorry, I was thinking of shirtless, which I guess he was with the baby oil.
Yeah,
I would assume.
Yeah. So who knows? Well, in that world, who knows? So, but Jim Smallman was. I mean, it's different.
Yeah.
He definitely, I thought, added all this. I mean, his announcing was in between matches was great. So.
Yeah, he has a good energy, and it carries us into that first match here. We got a Super Strong Style 16 qualifying match. Flash Morgan Webster versus James Drake. So just to set the scene here, James Drake, he's undefeated at this point. Flash Morgan Webster, he's got a good bit of momentum. He's had world title matches. He's been right on the cusp of title matches. So we got these two guys fighting to be in the tournament. I'm kind of surprised they both just weren't in it, but and the last show ended with James Drake attacking Flash Morgan Webster on the stage. And we open this with Flash doing the very same thing to James Drake during his entrance, right out the curtain. Bing, bang, boom. We're off to the races.
Yeah, I mean, James Drake did a good job taking that tumble down the stairs.
Which can't be comfortable. Those stairs were not meant for tumbling.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. But I'm pleasantly surprised. I enjoy Flash Morgan Webster, but he's fucking over.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, this is probably his peak. Well, I guess him and Mark Andrews did a lot of great stuff as a tag team. But as a singles guy, this is probably his peak, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, you look at him, you're like, really? This guy? And then, the whole get up and everything. But
he looks like a guy that I'm not going to like, but he ends up kind of having a likable charm to him.
Yeah, 100%. So.
And this match, you're immediately introduced to the Progress crowd shenanigans. For those unfamiliar with James Drake, his tights have his face on them, which prompts the crowd to chant ass face in various cadences, I don't know if you can remember any specific ones, but they would just do different songs and just say ass face over and over again.
Yeah.
But
very interactive in the crowd this time, so.
Do you think it got overboard though at some point? Because they were doing it for a long time.
Yeah, at this point, I think was definitely one of those times, like you said, where they were definitely trying to hijack the show a little bit. I mean, I know James Drake's an asshole and everything, but
yeah. But that being said, though, this match ended up being so good that it stopped the crowd from not shitting on it, but just kind of having a go with it. I mean, the energy of the match, the back and forth nature, both guys are super explosive. Flash's flying knees. You got James Drake with these really stiff forearms. It was a hard-hitting match, really fun stuff. Nothing too crazy, but a really solid opener. What'd you think about this one?
I really enjoyed it. And like I said, you kind of forget James Drake was a singles wrestler for a while. Obviously, he's much more known now as a grizzled young veteran. I did there was the one spot where they had a big botch where they were calling the pin, but James Drake's shoulders were 6 inches off the mat. I thought that was pretty funny. It was vicious. I mean, Drake stomps Webster's jaw into the hardest part of the ring.
Hello, come on. Where's the? Hold on. I need a set the title of the podcast, Bell. There we go.
So I did. Oh, actually, I forgot. Yeah, one of the things they were singing the ass face to was somehow they got it into Hey Jude.
Oh yes.
I was like, wow.
Classic.
There was a guy wearing a Kevin Steen shirt in the front row. That made me very happy.
Are we sure it just wasn't Kevin Steen?
I double checked. No, I watched it on Spool Speed, but it was not Kevin Steen, unfortunately.
We'll have to review the tape.
But yeah, no, it was awesome. Like I said, it's James Drake's a little bit more grounded, and obviously the high flyer of Flash Morgan. He plays a good coming from behind, but yeah, I was kind of impressed that this is James Drake's first loss.
Yeah, and like you said, he's at this point he's known for just being one half of the GYV, but to see him have this kind of like dominant introduction to Progress is very interesting. But he's looking like he looks like the guy who was teaming with Zach Gibson. Like he initially came into Progress, he had the more like the emo kind of hair, like the more denim-y kind of get up. He's slowly transitioning into that guy. So I'm wondering, it's got to be soon where they link up as a tag team, but.
Yeah, because I think didn't Zach Gibson win the second tournament?
He did. Yes. I'm pretty sure they were teaming on the Indies at that point. So and I think that's later this year, maybe. I don't totally remember, but
yeah, but it's pretty cool. It's Drake's first loss, so it really puts Flash Morgan over.
Big deal. Yeah.
So
and also Flash qualifies for the tournament, which they're building up as this very, very prestigious tournament to just be a part of. There's going to be a lot of international talent, a lot of debuts in the tournament. So for a Progress mainstay like him to get in there, big deal. But I do like the finish though to this match because Drake goes for his finish, the Mayhem DDT.
Yeah.
But Flash counters it into a roll up, but then James Drake counters that roll up into one of his own and grabs the tights. But the ref sees the tight grab and stops the count, which allows Webster to take advantage of that distraction because Drake was all befuddled at that, and he got the quick he hit the Destino for the win, which it caught me off guard. That was his finish, but I like it. It kind of fits him.
Yeah, it was an interesting. I always like counters like that, especially towards the end of the match. So.
Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for a close, roll up counter into a roll up backslide crucifix, that type of stuff. It's good shit, pal.
Yeah.
But man, we go from that to some ladies. I think this is a pretty good. There's an argument that these are the two hottest, like in terms of popularity, the most popular women in the UK indie scene at this point. Ginny versus Session Moth Martina.
So maybe more popular than Tony Storm at the time, you think?
At the time, yeah, for sure. Tony Storm is very early on. She like just adopted like the rocker persona. So, but she's up there. She's definitely top 3, definitely top 5. But I would say Ginny is the most hated heel. Martina is probably one of the most beloved of the crop. But
yeah, I mean, and I messaged you when we were initially doing this. I was my first watch along. I was like, wow, Session Moth, she's over.
A bit. Yeah, they like her. I don't understand it. I think you gotta live there. Unless you maybe you're a big fan of her. I don't know. But I don't know. The whole I drink beer and I have sex, I smoke cigars. I don't know what that voice, I don't know what that accent is, but she's Irish. But so it doesn't really resonate with me, but I like that people are having fun and I have fun watching them have fun. So
yeah, I mean I actually have not seen much of her. I've seen her a couple spots in Ring of Honor in the pandemic times, but this is really the only first time I've really seen her. So yeah, the music fits.
How's it go again?
I didn't have a Sandman inspired female wrestler on my 2017 indie wrestling bingo card. So
that's a great call. I wonder if they've ever teamed together. That'd be a match made in heaven.
Yeah, with those pants, they must have.
The pants. They definitely go to the same pants store.
Yeah.
Moth and Sandy, for sure.
Yeah, but no, it's, I mean, like the old cliche, styles make fights, and obviously these two couldn't be more different.
Yeah, no, Ginny, the prim and proper, just all business, just a bitch.
Yeah.
And Martina is rave. She comes out to, is it Sandstorm she comes out to?
Something like that. I was going to ask you, so does Progress do their own music? Like, those seem like all like in actual. So you have a thought?
Oh, no, I was going to let you finish. But no, so they actually are, at this point, are transitioning to less copyrighted music.
Okay.
A lot of it's like Hot Tag Media or something. That's the artist that does a lot of their music. It's what, you heard a lot in like NXT UK if you watch that. So they're transitioning from that. Like before, British Strong Style had a Jack White song as their theme song. Flash Morgan Webster had another really popular song that's escaping me. So they're transitioning to more like kind of free use music. I think it's because of the more collaboration with WWE. And I don't know when exactly they get added to the WWE network, But I know that comes at some point. So I guess it's like a anticipation of that, or just for WWE to use their content more easily. But so yeah, there are a few exceptions though. But yeah, they're transitioning to more like unique music, which is kind of a bummer, honestly, because a lot of the charm of it was like Eddie Dennis would come out to Andrew WK, or like AFI is music that's used and all that stuff. So, but that being said, the music was still pretty good. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I love Andrew WK, so
Yeah, he wasn't on this show, but it definitely fit the Eddie Dennis what his shtick was at this point.
Yeah.
I
do love that. I did not expect to see a plastic bag spot in this match.
It was a lot. Yeah, I guess Martina brought a bunch of beers in a plastic bag, which is a choice. It's very college of her.
Yeah.
But
I would say very Wisconsin of her, but yeah, it's a very popular thing to do.
Yeah, I could see that as well. Very Wisconsin as well. Well, we should first of all say Martina comes out dancing all over the place. There's glow sticks. People in the crowd have glow sticks. They throw it in the ring. Ring introductions. Martina's like dry humping the ref. He comes in his pants. It's a whole thing. And Ginny tries to hot start it during the intros by rolling up Martina. Oh, okay. Sorry, I heard a noise. I thought somebody was in my house. Martina rolls her up, or Martina's drinking a beer, and Ginny rolls her up as she's drinking this beer, but Martina doesn't spill the beer, which is probably the most impressive physical feat I saw on the show.
I have that on my notes here also, so.
Sensational. I mean, just not just one roll up. It's again like the Flash and Drake match. It's boom, 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 counter, 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 but she's holding that beer up. So impressive.
I did like in the beginning with the glow sticks, like they were throwing them in the crowd, and then Session Mouth was throwing them at Ginny instead of throwing them back in the crowd. So that was pretty cool. So
I like that. Yeah, this match is full of shenanigans. We got beer getting spit in the eyes. We got Martina lighting a cigarette during the match, which again goes to your Sandman theory. They're one and the same.
Yeah.
Lux in a tarantula with the cigarette. I mean, it's a whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder if Sandman made a tour of Ireland in the early 90s, if you know what I'm saying.
Hey, man, it's never too late. He's still at it, right? He's still around. He could still, he could do his Sandman, but he could swing a kendo stick and smoke a cigarette. He can still do that no matter what age he is.
Yeah, I forgot to write down, but commentary said something really funny about the cigarette, something about flammables or something like that. So commentary was really good, too. And I'm not just saying that because you know them.
Yeah. I'm trying to get somebody to shit on commentary without knowing that, but... No, yeah, they're great. I think it was Callum and Glenn on this show, I believe. Yeah.
So my only gripe is I wish they would have gotten 5 more minutes because this match was pretty quick.
Yeah, no, it was. I don't know. I think it kind of. I guess it could have been longer, but I think they packed a lot in the time that they got. Like you said, the plastic bag spot where Ginny wraps it around Martina's face and. Yeah. Martina counters, puts it around Jenny's face, and then gives her a backstabber, and then pops Jenny like 5 feet in the air. So there's like really good wrestling intertwined amongst these tomfoolery. But then Jenny eventually gets the win with, I think she calls it like the extreme makeover or something, where it's like, how would you describe that move?
Besides painful, I don't know. Basically, it was just like a second rope DDT.
Yeah, it was like a Shattered Dreams DDT.
Yeah,
kind of sort of.
Yeah.
It always looks like the person taking it is paralyzed. Like it always looks brutal. I don't know. I mean, Martina landed right on the top of her head here, and but that was the finish. So I guess it's supposed to look brutal.
Yeah.
And
then Martina gets carried out of the ring, and then Jim Smallman's like, "Oh, I wish they had the bodyguard music." I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh yeah. No, it was a good win for Jenny here. So at I think it's the next chapter. They're going to crown the first ever Progress Women's Champion, which is going to be Jenny versus Toni Storm versus Laura De Matteo. So, of course, we got to build Jenny for that. But yeah, good stuff. Did you ever watch NXT UK?
A little bit, not as much as I would have liked.
Because they never portrayed Jenny as the star that I feel like she feels like in Progress. I don't know if you ever see, because she always felt like kind of like the gatekeeper in NXT UK. She never like felt like the woman, but she just has like a star presence to her here.
Yeah. Is she still with the company?
No, she's not.
Okay.
She's not. She is Gunther's wife. So.
Oh, in the real life?
Yeah, I said that's a win, I would say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for both of them. So.
Huh. Yeah, you would figure. Well, I mean, Trips is better at the wrestles than I am right now, so.
Some may say, but we shift from that to a tag team contest. We got the London Riots taking on Sweet Jesus, the team of Chuck Mambo and Pastor William Ever. So the champions, yes.
This is the first time listened. Obviously, I mean, not to suck my own dick or anything, but I have listened to every progress review. And I have to admit, Chuck Mambo did not look like I had pictured him from listening to the podcast.
What did you picture him as?
Just a Chuck Mambo. I mean, I just pictured him more like a Goomba. Your classic stereotypical Italian. I'm just thinking Chuck Zito maybe.
Right. To me, he feels like the guy that played Owen Hart when DX parodied The Nation. Yeah. I'm not a nugget. That guy. That's what I see when I see Chuck Mambo.
Well played.
Yeah, the big nose, the goofy face, the scrawny body. Yeah, it's.
It's my first time seeing the London Riots. I know, obviously, they've been pretty much the IT tag team since the beginning. Obviously, we're on a little bit of a down streak right now.
Yes. They were on a losing streak for. It's been a couple months for them. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mambo is really not the best streamer thrower.
Yeah, he tries. It was a little limp, which is probably representative of a lot of things for him. So.
That's my first time seeing Mr. Evers, so that was good.
Love Bill Ever?
Yeah. I mean, he's all in on it. I mean, it cracks me up. So.
No, he's great. I feel like him and Chuck Mambo weirdly make a good team here.
Yeah. Because so they're a recently new tag team together, right? If I remember correctly.
So these guys, they're both, I think both of them are graduates of the Projo, which is the in-house training school of Progress. So they are, Progress started 5 years before this. So they are at least, they're 5 years tops into wrestling. So I think they teamed a while ago, then kind of split apart for a while because Pastor had like his singles run, and now they're back. So kind of sort of new. Yeah. Yeah. As far as I know. But London.
I didn't really get a lot of notes. This just seemed to go long for me.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot. It was fun. There was a lot of like lighthearted stuff in the beginning, some comedy stuff with the beach balls. Yeah, it's fun. But it's like the London Riots, I feel like they thrive when they're just like badasses, and I don't know.
Yeah, there's one spot where the beach ball came in. They had one of the Riots had like a cricket bat or something like that, and hit a beach ball at Mambo. That was pretty funny.
They took a bump or something. It was good stuff. But yeah, it was a fine match. Yeah, my one note here was Mambo he went to his partner. He's like, "Hey, crucifix powerbomb me over the top rope onto the Riots," and he did it, and it was a gnarly landing, and the Riots caught him and hit their finisher on the apron on the hardest part of the ring. And I need a better noise for that, but. Yeah. So, and then ultimately, though, Sweet Jesus gets the win with I guess you would call it like a crucifix blockbuster of sorts. Yeah.
That was kind of a fun looking pin.
I didn't mind it. It was a pretty slick looking finish.
Yeah. Obviously, the crucifix bomb obviously has a whole new meaning with these guys. So, but yeah, I just love Mambo's expression when the Riots caught him. He's like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah. No getting out there. But yeah, the Riots continue their losing streak. Where will they go?
But the Pastor is off to Super Strong Style 6, it appears. So
yes. So we'll see what happens with that. Also, by the way, just like a thing I noticed in this match and through all the matches after this, there were certain points where the sound got a little wonky.
I was going to ask you, is that normal?
No, because it was it felt like they were muting the crowd.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just like an audio flub or if they like made changes to the commentary and post and had to like do some finagling. I don't know, Callum, if you're listening, let me know because it was very I was a little, I don't know,
Yeah,
curious.
it seemed like at random spots too. It's not like it was like a commercial break or anything. It was just all of a sudden you just hear Smallman and no crowd.
Right. So,
And I don't imagine Progress. I mean, anyone in a Progress crowd saying anything that they wouldn't like. I mean,
yeah, there's a very limited amount of words that they don't like there. So, and I don't think they're chanting that during this match. So, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this match was okay. I don't know. I love tag team wrestling. I hadn't seen either team before. It just seemed to go a little long for me. But
I will say, like I've said this before, I think Progress is one weakness at this point is tag team wrestling. Like they've had good tag team matches, but having like a robust, like deep division is something they've never really had before. Like they've had some good teams come in, like British Strong, Mustache Mountain are the tag team champions here, which obviously they're great. And London Riots are good. Sweet Jesus is good. But other than that, you know, they kind of few and far between, in my opinion. But
yeah, Sumerian Death Squad was in there for a little while, right?
Yes. I mean, the match they had a match with Sweet Jesus, like maybe 30 chapters before this. That was amazing.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Genuinely, like one of my favorite tag matches I've seen in Progress. And Alistair's Alistair at this point. I'm pretty sure he's about to be in WWE. I don't know where Michael Dante is, but
yeah, Alistair's just ducking me. I've been trying to get his autograph for a while, and every time he's supposed to show up, he just no sells models. So
that goddamn Tom, fuck that guy, right?
Yeah, and I mean, from everything I've heard, he's a really nice guy, like in real life.
Like I would imagine so. Yeah.
I had so for my friend Travis, they were at a show in Ohio, and a little company, probably in front of 40 people. It was Mother's Like Now. And him and the Chris brothers, they all wrestled like 30, 35 minutes, but he stayed afterward and talked to every single person afterwards. Just a hot, sweaty mess. So
hell yeah, that's how I prefer them, hot and sweaty.
So
normally guys that can actually kick your ass are like pretty nice. That's kind of how it works usually.
Because they can be. Yeah,
because they don't have to be dicks. Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have to compensate for anything. So
exactly. But speaking of kicking ass. What a kick-ass match we have after this. Trent Seven versus Travis Banks. You said that last match went long. This match went short, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wish it would have. I mean, I wish this would have gone a little bit longer, but they packed a lot into it, though.
Maybe one of the best 8-minute matches you'll ever see. This one.
And to say it started out quickly would be an understatement. But a couple of fans took some good shots, and they were still hung in there. I was rather impressed with that. So,
from the dive, the low pay from Travis Banks to start this match. Yeah, that was him and who's the other guy that does a good low pay like that? Oh my god, I can like see it in my head. They like skip to the rope and then they like zoom. It's not Leo Rush. I don't know. It'll come to me. But no, Travis Banks had a good one. He reminds me, because Travis Banks, he's super hot at this point, very popular with the crowd. His style, I think it's just based off his wrestling. Like he has a really exciting style, really explosive style. And that organic rise plus his style reminds me of somebody from Ring of Honor back in the day. And you as a Ring of Honor aficionado, I was going to see if you could guess who he reminds me of.
Travis Banks, how far back are we looking?
Like early 2000s, early mid 2000s.
Not Hydro.
No. Explosive, kind of similar build-ish.
Not Austin Aries.
Yes, Austin Aries.
Being Austin Aries was Milwaukee's own Austin Aries.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations. So it's your fault.
So, explains, being an asshole, but he's a vegetarian.
That makes sense. I believe it. I haven't seen him a lot on social media recently. I don't know if I've just muted the right things or if he's just not on it anymore. But yeah, he was a kind of a unbearable follow.
Yeah. But I mean, because he's all over. I do the DDP yoga and he's on he's got a bunch of recipes and stuff on there. So he's actually really nice on there, which is weird. And I've heard him on a couple of podcasts, he's not so, but I mean, he's done some shitty things backstage. So But yeah.
Well, as has Travis Banks. So again, more comparisons.
Yeah, that's funny because actually I have my notes here. If I had to pick a quote unquote British wrestler, I know he's from New England, to be Me Too'd, I would not have picked Travis Banks. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah, he does kind of have a face of a guy that I feel like I know this guy. Like I feel like I went to high school with this guy. When you really look at him, just the kind of gingery, just kind of rat face kind of guy. Like in hindsight, it's like, yeah, maybe. Like I don't know, but
yeah. So that did kind of shock me. So I mean, of all the people, but
bummer, yeah, for sure, because he was so good, man.
Yeah, and like you said, he was over. I mean, listen, he is really peaking in PWG right now at this time. Also,
Okay,
he's on both sides of the continent. He had a good showing in the second UK tournament.
Right, finalist.
Yeah, so because I'm pretty sure he was in the Battle of Los Angeles the same year. So
that would make sense. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's some good context actually. Because yeah, sometimes I watch these shows and I'm like, what exactly is making him so popular? But yeah, the fact that he's like all over the world, getting so much exposure.
Yeah,
it's probably a big part of it for sure too. Yeah.
So, but Trent Seven is not very popular, and the crowd definitely reminds him of his popularity. I forget sometimes how good of an asshole Trent Seven is.
Oh, dude, like this match. Other than the physicality, the thing that made this match so good is that because Travis Banks is so organically popular and over, and Trent Seven is equally as organically hated, so it just meshed so well.
Yeah, I mean Trent Seven, like once again, reminds me of that kid in high school. You know, driving the Camaro to school because his parents had money. You know, he gets all the fancy training and stuff like that.
Right. You know, it's funny though, because like if I didn't have any context as to who these guys were, if I just saw their faces, I would guess Trent Seven was the nice guy here.
Really?
Yeah, which I guess in reality is probably more accurate, but
yeah.
Although he's not perfect either, but like, you know.
No. I was kind of disappointed. Speaking of Mustache Mountain, his mustache was kind of in weak form at this point. I was like,
you know what? Now that you mention it, you got a good point.
He's had better mustaches. So,
and Tyler Bates got the full beard, and I don't think Pete Dunne has any facial hair. So, I guess he's not on the mountain though. Pete Dunne.
That's true.
He's in BSS, not MM.
Yeah, he's Pete Dunne's just Pete Dunne. So, I did love the chair spots between these two.
Oh, like in the crowd?
Yeah.
Oh, the crowd, because like we said, like the low pay to open this up, and then they're fighting all around the ring. Did they toss each other into the chairs? That's like a classic progress spot.
Yeah, and then I mean, Seven threw a chair at Banks, and he like caught it, and Banks threw it back at him, yes. And then Seven caught it, and he just kicked him in the face with it.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, but you mentioned this match is only 8 minutes because, well, the first 7 minutes they spend fighting outside the ring before the bell ring.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Yeah,
I do enjoy that spot, you know, where they fight before the bell rings.
Right.
That spot doesn't seem to get old to me, so I thought that was pretty funny. So.
Adds a little flavor to it because not every match had that, I don't think.
Yeah. You know, there's that one spot where Trent Seven like had his balls like hanging on the post. And then Banks came off to the corner and did that nasty stomp on Trent Seven. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very unique, for sure. Making use of that ring. I mean, they're laying everything in these guys. It was a very like, this match had like different phases. Like there was like, you know, the brawling in the beginning, and then you had like kind of more of a British style to kind of open it up, and then it ended with just like a Japanese standoff in the middle of the ring, like very fighting spirit type of stuff.
Yeah.
Like Seven would hit a dragon suplex, and then Banks would fight right up, and then they would get elbows and kicks. They would meet in the middle. It was just so good. This match is so good, so intense, and just really dense with action, I thought.
Yeah, he hit that what they call the flying kiwi, the coast to coast, which I mean, this ring's a bit smaller than obviously your WWE ring, but
right.
This is probably 16 by 16. I think it looks like.
Probably something like that. Yeah, maybe 18.
Yeah.
No, it's probably 60. It looks small, I'll say it, watching it. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's kind of hard to tell, but.
But listen, he no-sold the snap suplex, but he misses the crossbody, and, you know, Seven rolled him up with a whole lot of tights, and this time the ref did not catch it.
That goddamn ref. I don't know which ref it was in this match, but And you get your shit together, bud.
Yeah.
All right, pal.
Yeah, Ref Joel earlier was super over with the crowd, so I don't know who Ref Joel is, but people seem to listen, so.
But Chris Roberts, though, fuck that guy. If there's one thing you know, one thing you need to know.
Fuck Chris Roberts?
About British wrestling, it's fuck Chris Roberts.
All right.
So yeah, and the Trent gets there after all of this intensity, all of these complex moves, the striking, the crispness, the stiffness. It's just a goddamn roll up with the tights. Gets the win. That shady Trent Seven does, and he skedaddles through the crowd. That piece of shit. So.
Yeah. Are both the guys in the Super Strong Style 16?
I know Travis Banks is. Let me see here. Progress. It'd be chapter 49, I believe, right? Cage match. And I got to find the first night. Bing.
I can't believe we're 48 episodes into this already.
Yeah. No, it's felt fast and also slow at some points. But here, let me make sure I got night 1 here. So
yeah, I was kind of bummed I didn't get any Marty Skrull in this one, but.
So I'll just rattle them off here, the 16 guys. So we got Nathan Cruz, Jeff Cobb, Mark Haskins, Flash Morgan Webster, Jimmy Havoc, Travis Banks, Zack Sabre Jr., David Starr, Zach Gibson, Jack Sexsmith, Tyler Bate, William Ever, Mark Andrews, Flamita, Trent Seven, Matt Riddle. So yes, both these guys are in the tournament.
Wow.
What a
Jeff Cobb hasn't been on Progress before, has he?
No, I've seen him in some of the Rev Pro and I think OTT during this era. So he's been around the British loop.
Okay.
But he has not wrestled in Progress. So that'll be his debut. That's like most of David Starr. That's his debut, which he becomes a big deal in Progress, I believe. Flamita, it's his debut.
David Starr.
Yeah, just a good old unproblematic group of people. Let me tell you. All just grade A human beings.
Yeah, like I said, when that all went down, at the time, my 3 favorite wrestlers were Marty Skrull, David Starr, and Jeff Cobb. And I was like, if Jeff Cobb gets Me Too'd, also, I might just stop wrestling.
Well, I'll tell you 2 guys that were not Me Too'd, I don't think.
No.
We got Spud taking on Nathan Cruz. What's wrong there, Milwaukee?
I don't know. Drake Maverick / Rockstar Spud just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I don't. Because I don't know. Did you ever watch him in TNA?
A little bit.
For me, it's hard to go back and forth. Like, is he a serious guy? Is he like this underdog like guy that we want to root for? Is he a comedy character? Is he a little shitty henchman? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like that Big Show thing where it's like he flip-flops so many times. Like, I don't know how to feel about you. Like, not to compare Rockstar Spud to the Big Show, but kind of the same when you think about it. Yeah, I don't know. I like Spud. I think he's like if Spike Dudley was a better wrestler. But yeah, no, he serves a purpose. And Nathan Cruz, I think every wrestling company needs a Nathan Cruz on their roster. Like, just a solid dude, good ring psychology. Like, there's a lot of guys on this show that are just bing, bang, boom, dive into the outside, pile drivers, snap suplex, coming off the top rope, springboards, chairs. He's got Nathan Cruz, who's just a good wrestler, and he adds like a texture to the card where it's not just like, you know, full out sprint matches every single match. So I enjoyed this for what it was.
Working a body part.
Who would have thought, right?
Namely Spud's ribs, which obviously played into the finish and everything. So, I mean, Spud did look good getting his ass kicked. I mean,
great selling by Spud on his ribs too. Yeah.
You know, and it was you look good fighting from underneath. A couple of great false finishes where you thought he was dead. But I just love how Cruz just demolished him in the end.
You thought the Spud was roasted?
Yeah.
You thought the Spud was baked? You thought he was mashed, perhaps?
Yeah, I would definitely go with mashed. Yeah.
So, Nathan Cruz works the ribs throughout this entire match. He'll even to a point where he'll whip Spud into the ropes, but he just falls he can't run and spring off the ropes. He just collapses and makes a little bit of a comeback, but ultimately Nathan Cruz hits a power bomb, and then the show stolen, which is like a fisherman slam of some sort, hits it. 1-2 kick out. Hits it a second time. 1-2 kick out. Goes for a third time, but one thing I like about this, it felt like he was just gonna hit it a third time and pin him, but he heard the crowd kind of like mocking him a little bit. They were like heckling him, so he like let it breathe for a little bit. He didn't want the finish to come in a moment where the crowd's not paying attention. So he like stopped. He like kicked Spud a few more times. He grabbed his arm and he kicked him. Then he settled in, hit the show stolen for the third time. A reverse version of it, which I guess makes it stronger. Why didn't he just do that in the beginning? I don't know. But then he gets the win. So Nathan Cruz gets the win, and I believe he was in the tournament. I think he was one of the names I mentioned. Yeah. So a good match.
And listen, I think I might have to go back and watch more Nathan Cruz. He just seemed like creative wrestler at a point, but now that you kind of explained it, I was like, maybe not. Because who was he teamed up with?
The Origin.
That's right.
The Origin. Yes, he was kind of, I guess, the leader, you would say, of the Origin.
Yeah.
Which is a great faction. It's just a great run just a great run they had, and unfortunately, it seems like they're over. So, but yeah, no, he appears to be kind of just a generic white guy when you look at him. Well, I think he has enough character, and he's a good talker. I think he has a spot on anybody's roster.
Yeah. So. Do you have any idea where he's at now?
I think he's still on the indies, from what I understand. I haven't really heard much about. I haven't really been keeping track super hard, but he's still around.
I can ask the Google machine.
Google machine? Yeah, where's Nathan Cruz nowadays? Nathan, if you're listening, call in. Where are you? Where are you, pal?
I mean, he's only 35. Actually, 34. He'll be 35 in September.
He's only 34 years old. He must have been, all right, math, 8.
Yeah.
26?
14, yeah.
I don't know if that was the right math, but yeah, he's still young. I mean, Cody Rhodes is 40. You know what I mean? So, not saying that they're the same, but, you know.
Let's see here. Nathan Cruz, right? Cage match.
His Twitter is still active. I mean, 18 years, 8 countries, 4 continents, over 1,800 matches.
Wow.
Let's get it, Nathan. Big fan. The professional Nathan Cruz. First ever Progress champion, Nathan Cruz, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, like you say, he's still in the independent scene. That's kind of surprising.
Let's get him. Let's get him to the Fed, boys and girls, or the Dub. Or, TNA or something.
I think he'd be better suited with Triple H. I think he's definitely kind of got that Triple H kind of style, size, and look and everything. He's only 34. He's got plenty of time. So he hasn't wrestled since the end of February, though. I wonder if he's hurt or something.
Oh, okay. Could be. I feel like TNA would be a great spot for him.
Yeah.
I feel like he'd fit in really well with that crop of guys over there.
So, yeah, I still can't believe TNA and WWE are a thing, but
AJ Styles coming out to IM, crazy, surreal, surrealness. But
speaking of WWE and former WWE wrestlers,
man, this next match made me mad because of the wasted potential.
Okay,
in a variety of ways.
I'm not the only one.
Tyler Bate versus Matt Riddle. I mean, Tyler is being wasted. Riddle kind of was on his own accord a bit, but these two were so good. The potential in 2017. Watching these guys, Tyler Bate is probably like 19 or 20 here.
Yeah,
Matt Riddle's pretty young. He's like less than a year into his wrestling career at this point, which is insane how good he is already. It might be more than a year, but it's very limited amount of time he's had wrestling.
Yeah, I think he started in 14 or 15. So yeah, I mean it's under 3 years.
Right.
And he took to it like a fish like out of water. So, and listen, this is I want to say it's peak Riddle, but it's pretty close. I mean Matt Riddle. I mean this run he goes on from like 16 to like 18 is ridiculous.
You could definitely say this is peak Riddle. Peak Riddle. I would not disagree. He's the Atlas champion right now in Progress, and he is the WWN champion as well. I don't know what that is. It's not a Progress title. It's another, I'm assuming, British indie of some sort.
I think it might be German, maybe. German could be.
Throw her in the Google machine. WWN Wrestling. What do we got?
Yeah, it was kind of funny because they had mentioned obviously the current WWE NXT, and I thought it was Riddle, but I was like, oh, that's right. No, it's obviously Tyler Bate is the first United Kingdom any NXT champion at this point.
Yeah, well, I think now it's at this point it's still WWE UK champion. It's not the NXT title yet because NXT UK has not started yet. They're still kind of figuring out. And it's funny, they're building to the Tyler Bate Pete Dunne match at TakeOver, like that famous Chicago match. Like that's about to happen here. But it's funny because they're like enemies there, and then their teammates here. So it's like completely different universes, but it's funny. Yeah, I don't know, the World Wrestling Network.
Yeah, it's been around since 2001.
It seems like U.S.
Yeah, it's U.S. company.
Yeah, it's American. American. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Dave Sapolsky, so that makes sense. So,
shout out. But yeah, Tyler Bate, Matt Riddle. I mean, all this gold, like you said, Tyler Bate's the WWE UK champion as well as the Progress Tag Team champion. Matt Riddle is the Atlas champion and the WWN champion. That being said, this is a non-title match. somehow.
After all that. But I mean, this is really like the epitome of like 2017 indie wrestling in a nutshell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is really good stuff. Because Riddle's on a tear in PWG at this point. Tyler Bate, like you said, he's not even old enough to drink alcohol in the United States. So,
right. What do you think of heel Tyler Bate?
Yeah, kind of generic.
I kind of like his like quiet cockiness. It's hard to like actually dislike him, but it's like I'm more entertained by it because he's doing the deal in the beginning where like because they both have two titles, like Tyler Bate will raise his titles up and then the crowd will boo. Riddle will do it. They'll cheer. They go back and forth like that. And like Tyler Bates, he's not saying anything. He's just like his pantomimes and his facials are like getting the crowd to boo him. It's just there's something really entertaining about that. But yeah, I think he's meant to be just like a good guy for sure.
Yeah, he's just kind of got that look. I mean, and he's so goddamn young.
Great ass on him. Probably the best man ass I've ever seen.
Yeah, he definitely does not skip leg day.
No, in fact,
that boy's got some quads on him. So
he's built like Mrs. Incredible, but.
I don't have a lot of notes on this one. Like I said, I was pretty pissed off too with the ending.
This is a hard one to take notes on. It was another match that was kind of balls to the wall.
Yeah, this is one of those matches where I don't have a lot of notes because I was actually watching the match, not. But I did like that they had a Matt Cross reference when Tyler Bate does the whole bounce off the ring neck thing. So usually most people don't shit on Matt Cross. So
Matt Cross he was in the last Super Strong Style tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 2016. Yeah, Son of Havoc. Hell yeah, buddy.
Open road, but lots of fun. Lots of fun false finishes. Tyler seems to be choked out at one point, but
him hitting that head rebound lariat, standing shooting star press. Riddle counters, catches him into a triangle choke. I mean, again, another kind of match where their different styles just mesh together so well. Like Tyler's just bouncing all over the place. Matt Riddle, that lanky, MMA style. I think it was just a great juxtaposition between the two, I would say.
Yeah.
Riddle hits his tombstone. I don't know how it didn't end the match. That was the craziest tombstone I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I got my notes somewhere else. Like, I wonder if the Undertaker gets pissed off whenever someone else uses a tombstone.
Probably when they do it better than him, yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't end a match, so.
Oh, yeah, there was a point in this match I was like, all right, that's... a match, I love a good false finish, but there's a point where I begin to tune it out a little bit. It's like, well, if that doesn't end the match, then whatever. I guess nothing will end the match. The match will just end when it decides to end because like Matt Riddle hits that jumping, leaping tombstone, 2 count right into a fisherman brainbuster with a deep small package, 2 count, and it's at that point I'm like, all right, if that doesn't end it, what is? Strikes back and forth. Riddle hit his roundhouse kick. Tyler Bate will recoil, bounce off the ropes, hit a Liger kick. Bang, bang, boom, all over the place. Suplexes all over the place from both guys. And then ultimately, though, Tyler Bate goes for a flying European uppercut from the top rope. Riddle catches him into a bro mission. Tyler's about to tap out, but out comes his mustache mountain brother, Trent Seven, with his NXT jacket on. It's such a dickhead. It's a DQ finish, which kind of sours it a little bit, but it was still fun, I thought.
I mean, I'm assuming these two probably have run it back a couple times. I'm hoping.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just too much to really take note. It was awesome. It's shitty, but it is what it is. So,
do you see these guys like as we sit here in 2025? What is each of their potentials at this point?
Still,
yeah.
I don't think Matt Riddle can get out of his own way, unfortunately.
He's probably kind of settled in where he's going to be.
Yeah.
What about Tyler Bate?
I think dude's what, 27, 28? I think the sky's the limit. He may need to tone down his style a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to break his fucking neck.
I wouldn't know. He never wrestles. So at least I don't see it. But maybe he's on I generally miss SmackDown, so maybe he's on SmackDown. But
yeah, what is Tyler Bate doing now? I mean, maybe he's just resting. So
because him and Pete Dunne came back as a tag team because one of them was injured, so they both were off TV. No, Pete Dunne was still on TV for a bit, so it must have been Tyler Bate that was injured. He came back. They had like one match on SmackDown, I think, and then I think Pete Dunne like had a baby or something, so I think maybe that's why they're off TV. I don't know, but I think at the very least we need to have Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne as a constant fixture in the tag division. At the very least,
I just don't think Triple H knows how to book him.
It's tough. He's a big strong boy is what they call him. Like he's in great shape. He's a great athlete, but he's 5'7". He's not known for talking. He's not a bad promo, but he's not like good enough to kind of rise above the crop of guys they have. I think they need to bring back the cruiserweight division, personally.
Yeah. Because they've been the New Catch Republic. So
New Catch Republic, that's what it was called. Yes.
They beat the Creed brothers. Yeah. So basically, they've been on main event for the past month or so. So he did wrestle Karrion Kross on main event.
Yeah, I'm seeing that here too. Interesting. Yeah, he's 27, which is actually younger than I thought he would be at this point.
He's born in 1997, Kyle.
Or 28. He's 28 years old. He's born in 97. Fuck off.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I graduated high school in 96, so.
Oh, I was shitting into a diaper in 96. Actually, I was 3 years old. When do people stop wearing diapers?
Some people don't.
Shout out Double T. So we got you're saying?
Well, yeah, him and Ludwig Kaiser wrestled. I bet you that match fucking ruled.
At this point, just bring back NXT UK if you're just gonna throw all the Europeans together. You know what I mean?
I do. So yeah, it looks like he's getting I think he's on SmackDown, but yeah, I love I love Peter Dunne, and yes, I know it's Pete Dunne, but I would crack up people call him the Dune, but speaking of Peter Dunne.
Oh, what a segue. This is why you're a professional. This is why you steer the ship.
Damn.
Here, Tom. Speaking of Peter Dunne, the Progress World Champion, we are at the main event. It is Pete Dunne defending his Progress title in a triple threat match against Mark Haskins and Mark Andrews. Couple of Marks. Right?
I even got my Mark t-shirt on right now, so.
This guy was prepared. Again, just a professional. So to kind of set the scene here, it's a British strong style. Obviously, they hold all the gold, with the exception of the Atlas title. And so they've been a dominant force in progress up to this point. At the last chapter, Haskins and Andrews had a one-on-one match that ended in a draw, and that match was a number one contendership match. So they both earned the number one contendership. This is why we got a three-way here. And Pete Dunne is here. He's disrespecting the belt. He's throwing it on the mat. He's stepping on it because he just sees progress as a stepping stone to the WWE, which in hindsight is a bit rough because that was the actual that was the reality. But
Yeah.
I do love the bit though where he's coming out and everybody has their middle fingers up at him. And he's like, whenever every middle finger, he slaps it down. He's slapping people's fingers down. He's every single person. Love it. Love it. He's what a presence this guy had. But
So speaking of Pete Dunne, who's got the better like broken finger spot, Pete Dunne or Marty Scurll?
ooh, I feel like Marty had it a little bit better. I think his was more of a caricature at a certain point. It was a bit cartoony, like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Oh, I'm gonna do it. Whereas Pete Dunne's more kind of just like, I think Pete Dunne goes back, Marty goes outwards. Yeah. So they're not the same, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Marty Scurll.
What a time. But no, this match is very chaotic. Of course it is. It's a three-way with three like pretty high-paced athletes here. But very fun match. Any particular elements of this one stick out to you?
Oh, I got a lot of notes on this one.
Do tell.
I'm never sure why I never really liked Mark Andrews.
He has that quality to him. To me, Mark Andrews is like Sheamus. Like, I don't often get excited for a Sheamus match, but whenever I'm watching one, I'm like, oh, this guy fucking rules. And that's kind of what Mark Andrews is to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, all three of these guys can legitimately wrestle. And at one point in like commentary, it was just like, they said, fuck it, they were going to like Andrews and Haskins were going so fast with their catch can wrestling, going tit for tat, and the commentary is just like, I'm not even going to try.
How could you?
So many, there's the one spot where Haskins got both of them in an armbar. Like he like leaped over and grabbed both of their arms.
Yes.
There's a splash by Andrews under the bridging Dunne. I thought that was awesome.
Where Pete is bridging up Haskins, like the classic, like countering a pin, and then he bridges up into a backslide. But when they're like halfway up on this bridge, Andrews comes up with a moonsault and hits them both. That was the fact that they could just hold that position for like a few seconds was super impressive.
And get up. I mean, if that happens to me, I'd be done for a month.
You think you can bridge a boy up like that?
Well, I think actually that might be the part that puts me in the hospital for a month is just doing it.
You could do it once and then you're done.
There's one spot where when Don had both of them in like single leg crabs. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
There's one spot where Mark Andrews had Pete Dunne in the
octopus.
Yeah,
I have that spot noted down. Andrews has an octopus locked in to Pete Dunne. Haskins hits like a super kick barrage on both of them, both like while the submission is still in. And then he hits one big one that like forces Andrews to hit a code red onto Pete Dunne, which felt a little contrived, but I liked it. It felt right in the moment. Death Valley drivers all over the place. Like Haskins rolls through one onto Andrews, right into Dunne, and then it's another one onto Andrews for a close 2 count. Like this had some good near falls in this one.
It was ridiculous. I always like that Slumdog Millionaire move that Andrews does. So,
the way Haskins sold the stunner is how you're supposed to sell a stunner. None of this stay on my feet bullshit. That was a beautiful sell by Haskins.
Yeah. Speaking of Mark Haskins, why do you think he never really got over the hump? I think he probably kept getting injured.
I think he had bad luck with injuries at the wrong times because he had a neck injury when they were doing that first tournament. And I think if he was in that first tournament, I think it would have just changed so much, which is very unfortunate.
And then they were doing that. Was it Life's Blood, I think, when they were in Ring of Honor? Couple years from now.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with his run in Ring of Honor, but I think he had a pretty decent run there now.
Yeah, but then the pandemic killed that, obviously. So
Yeah, a lot of bad luck for Haskins. For sure.
And I think he got hurt right before the Pure tournament when Ring of Honor came back too.
Oh, really?
Because the guy can go.
He's still going to this day. He was just wrestling in progress not too long ago, and he's still all around the indies. So not too late for him, I don't think.
The one part where commentary is saying that they're stretching Pete Dunne's arm out so you can see the sinew popping out of it. I was like, who even uses the word sinews out of there? But of course, British Strong Style, they interfere.
But, I
But
mean, yeah, because so Haskins has the bridging armbar on Pete Dunne. Andrews tries to break it with a standing shooting star. Haskins moves, then locks both of them in that armbar. And then it's at this point where British Strong Style comes out. The Mustache Mountain come out. Tyler Bate, Trent Seven. They interfere. They make their it's a triple threat, so there's no DQs. And ultimately, Pete Dunne's able to take advantage of this. Bitter end to Mark Haskins. And what does he hit Mark Andrews with for the win?
he kicks him in the dick. Oh,
Well,
the pedigree.
The pedigree. Yeah, Papa H.
Yeah.
Come on now, shout out Papa H. That's what gets the win. Geez, that's just
Laying it on thick. Yeah, it was funny when because Haskins had Andrews up in the DVD position and Dunn just comes in and kicked him right in the dick.
yes, a lot of dick kicking a foot.
I'm a big fan of the dick kick personally, so
Hey, we're not kink shaming here. No worries.
no, I'm actually semi-infamous in the Milwaukee area for starting to kick him in the dick chant. So
so you don't like being kicked in the dick?
I didn't. No, not personally. I mean,
You're more like an aluminum baseball bat to the balls. Right.
So, but
Anyways,
yeah, I have in my notes. Yeah, the pedigree. I forgot about that.
what a perfect finish. Just a dickhead. British Strong Style remains on top here, but show's not over yet. Matt Riddle comes out to save because British Strong Style, they smother Haskins and Andrews, and then Riddle comes out to even the odds. They skedaddle. BSS does. Pete Dunne grabs the mic. He says, "Progress is mine. WWE is mine.
The universe is mine."
Yeah, the universe is mine. Oh, man. Good stuff there, Pete. And then among all of this, I mean, you got Matt Riddle out there, Mark Haskins, Mark Andrews, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne. Among all of this, Travis fucking Banks chants. So that's how hot Travis Banks is at this point. Yeah. We're at the peak. They've already seen Travis Banks. They already saw a full match. We're at the main event, the conclusion of the show, and they still want more of him. They want him to come out and make the save, but he doesn't.
Nope. Yeah, Pete Dunne even calls him out. It's like, yeah, even your Travis Banks. But I did forget to mention, actually, real quick, speaking of Matt Riddle, I don't know if you noticed, but in his entrance, it said, this is progress instead of progress.
That's a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun. It's just too perfect. How could you not? Were you not going to do that? You're not going to say progress?
I mean, yeah. But that's not it, Kyle.
Oh, we got another debut here to close out the show. No one can take out British Strong Style, is what Pete Dunne says. And music plays, and I'm not familiar with this music. And then out comes, who comes out there, Tommy?
CCK.
Kid Lycos, Chris Brooks.
I know a little bit about Chris Brooks, but I was just kind of shocked on. I mean, the crowd lost their fucking mind.
Commentary, like Glenn Joseph on commentary, damn near busted a nut when these guys came out. Which I'm like somewhat familiar with these guys. Like in Rev Pro, Chris Brooks and Travis Banks team together. I think they're the tag team champions at this point. Kid Lycos would go on to be a Progress champion. He'd go on to be a big deal. He still is a big deal. Yeah, he's recently a Progress champion.
Wow.
Lost it to Luke Jacobs. But so he's the beginning of his run here, his debut here. So it's a big moment in that. I don't know what Chris Brooks, what his trajectory is. I think he teamed with Gresham for a bit too.
Yeah.
The Calamari Catch Crew, I think is what they called their name. This is good shit. Because he's an octopus, everybody.
Oh, that was really good.
But yeah, CCK comes out, and I guess they're going to be, I would assume, gunning for the tag titles here.
But yeah, that lung blower combo that they hit was impressive.
Ooh,
I was like,
juicy.
Yeah, crowd lost their mind.
Yeah, like I'm not like super tuned in with these two as a tag team. I vaguely know of them individually. I'm not super familiar with them, like where they are at this point. I haven't really seen them as a tag team in Rev Pro or OTT, so I don't know if they're big like elsewhere, if they're in the States or if it's like ICW or something. I don't know. But no, cool up. The crowd, like you said, lost their minds, and I guess they'll be a constant fixture in progress from here on out, I would assume. So, but yeah, that's how the show ends. Chapter 48, man. What did you overall? What'd you think of this bad boy? Did it meet your expectations?
It did. But I was a little. I mean, 7 matches. I was like, okay, the one tag match, but that one didn't really. But overall, yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I do have to stand corrected. I have actually seen Super Strong Style 2017, so I do apologize.
How dare you?
Yeah,
how dare you lie? You lied right to my face.
I did.
This is the you lied to my face alarm. Don't like that.
No, it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I mean, I personally enjoy the crowd interactions. Yeah, sometimes I try to hijack the show, but it's better than being dead.
Yeah. You know? Ass face was the peak of that in the show, but they eventually were smothered by good wrestling. So
yeah, and I mean that was early on.
Yeah, they got it out of their system, thankfully.
You know? And yeah, no, all in all, I enjoyed. Like I said, I always like seeing all of the British Strong Style. I mean, all 3 of those guys. It's good to see Travis Banks before he became an asshole. Yeah, first session moth match. I may have to check out more. May have to check out more Nathan Cruz. Yeah, no, I appreciate. I mean, listen, these are. I enjoy all the timelines you do, but Progress has definitely been my favorite that you do so far.
I appreciate that, man.
So considering I do, I also enjoy my Ring of Honor, but yeah, the Progress is. Yeah, let's say it was one of the. I mean, my 3 favorite styles of wrestling are Lucha Libre, British Strong Style, and Japanese Strong Style. So
it's a good mix.
Yeah, so obviously the first 3 things I started watching on WWE was obviously Lucha Underground, Progress, and then New Japan Pro Wrestling. So
I thought there were only 2 companies, Tom. I think there's only 2 companies that you could watch.
There's this thing called the internet.
No, come on.
Yeah, thank goodness for Al Gore. If it wasn't for Al Gore, we wouldn't have internet wrestling.
Shout out Al Gore.
So, even though I have a forever fuck you to Al Gore, but that's another story in itself.
You got to find Man Bear Pig, Tom.
Yeah.
So
no, but it was just kind of a reminder of like I saw this, my mind was blown because I mean I was just used to television wrestling, and you see this, you're like, oh. But I mean that Tyler Bate Matt Riddle match. I mean for 5 minutes there, I was just like, oh shit.
It was a really fun era of wrestling.
Yeah. So it hasn't really rebounded, but I mean Progress is still technically part of WWE or no? They're completely separate again.
I don't know. That's a good question. I think they're pretty separate at this point. I haven't really seen them on like Peacock or anything. So it might have died. The partnership might have died with the network dying. I don't know. I have to look into that.
Which might be good for the British wrestling scene, which seems like is on back on an upswing.
They got some good guys. Yeah, it's definitely still in a rebuilding era, but I think they can get back. I mean, they've been in deeper holes before, the British scene. So
yeah, so if they can just stop sleeping with 16-year-old girls in bars, they'd be good. Oh
yeah, I mean that's a part of it too. Maybe we just gotta stop being wankers over there, huh, folks?
Yeah. So I'm excited to get your Jeff Cobb Progress debut next month.
Yes, Sol Mentanza Cuerto.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see him, but I was also excited to see you.
Oh, thanks, Kyle.
Milwaukee Tom. Appreciate you hopping on the program. Appreciate the kind words about the Progress timeline. Glad you're enjoying it. Was happy to have you on to talk about it. We'll do this again sometime. Where can everybody find your beautiful face, touch your beautiful body, and listen to that beautiful, beautiful voice?
On the Twitter machine, I'm just a high five Tom. That's the number 5, not 5 spelled out. But you can hear me every Saturday on Ring of Honor Revelry, as you can hear on Visionary Global Media and our good friends over at the Shining Wizards or my good friend Kyle here is a very often guest host. And then once a month, you can hear my Tulsa Tones on Going Underground. It's me and my buddy Josh go over Lucha Underground. So we do it, once a month because we cover 4 episodes at a time. So we're about a little over a third of our way through Lucha Underground. We're starting to get to the point where I had not seen because I only saw halfway through season 2. So,
right, you're like in the back half of season 2, right?
Yeah.
At this point, season 2 is like the best season, I think, overall.
Yeah, because Matanz is about to make his debut.
Oh, he hasn't debuted yet? I thought he debuted early. Maybe not. I guess.
Yeah, well, he did. Well, he debuts in episode 9. So yeah, we're about a third of the way through season 2.
Right. Oh man, you got Peak Penta, Phoenix. Come on now.
Yeah.
Brian Cage, Alberto Del Rio. Let's go. All winners. All winners.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So obviously, Kyle, you have an open invite if you ever want to jump on. We should probably make that happen sooner or later. I know you're a big fan of the Lucha Underground, so.
Yes, I'll cash in my gift of the gods belt to come on your show, huh?
That is a pretty belt.
It is a pretty belt. I won't spoil anything, but they kind of it kind of suffers the same thing as like the Money in the Bank nowadays, where it kind of becomes repetitive.
Yeah.
But there's some fun moments for sure with that. A lot of murder on that show. There needs to be more murder in wrestling, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, Lucha Underground had a shit ton of it, so.
Yeah, murder, dragons.
Drago. Drago actually just wrestled in the Chicago area.
Oh, he's still going at it. How old is he?
He's 38, I believe.
There's no way he's not in his 40s. Hold on. Drago wrestler.
Mr. Iguana was here too, actually, speaking of WWE, so. Mr.
Iguana. Drago is 45.
Oh, shit, I was wrong. Okay, you're right.
Piece of shit. This is the you were wrong about his age alarm.
So, maybe he's mid-30s in our timeline, so. But yeah, that's where
okay.
You can hear me. I got a couple other podcasts that are a little bit on hiatus, but you can often see me at a Midwest wrestling show wearing the uniform I'm wearing currently.
Right. Hell yeah. That's all anybody needs. Why don't you take us out with your best British accent?
Oh, thank you. Crikey. That's all shit. You put me on the spot. Oh, real bad.
That's how we end it. Once again, thank you to Tom from ROH Revelry. Going underground and all sorts of stuff. Appreciate Tom for hopping on the program, talking some European wrestling. Go check out Tom wherever you listen to podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff. All of his socials will be in the description, as are mine. Follow me, follow him, join the Discord, slap me in the face, call me Sally. Hey, I think that's all Daddy has for you guys today. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Love ya, long time. Mwah.
Yeah.
I'm hard.
It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started. It's the hardest. Talk around and disregard it. Strip you off the ground, show you what heart is. Standing strong and proud, nothing can knock it. Let's get it started.